The following is an exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the National Football League.
Yesterday we made some tough decisions. Trying to make things better is what you always try to do. Obviously that record's not good enough. I watch these games. I've watched, been around football for a long time. Once upon a time I was just a fan. Nicole and I sit in that box, we live and die with every play. I understand their frustration. We share that frustration every Sunday with them.
Hello and welcome inside this Week 13 edition of the Panthers Huddle. I'm Carla Gebhardt, and that frustration leading to a coaching change. The Carolina Panthers part ways with Frank Reich after another tough loss and look towards the future. Special teams coordinator Chris Tabor now takes over as interim head coach. Owner David Tepper released a statement Monday morning announcing the move. On Tuesday, he met with the media to explain the decision.
Listen, obviously it's been a difficult season. Yesterday we made some tough decisions.
A decision not made lightly despite the team's lack of progress this season. 11 games into his tenure as head coach of the Panthers, Reich had just one win and led an offense that struggled to find consistency.
There are reasons for each individual situation. I think you guys, upon your own reflection into looking what happened through the season, can understand that. You're around town, for those that are around town, and can know the reasons.
Veteran special teams coach Chris Tabor getting the chance to lead the Panthers as the interim head coach, a spot he's familiar with. Tabor once served as the Bears interim coach. He will try to finish this year on a positive note for the Panthers.
There's a process. And Tuesday's process. We got to win today to set us up for tomorrow. And if we can do those things, I always say that sets you up for success and gives you an opportunity for success on Sunday. And that's what we're trying to get done.
Quarterbacks coach Josh McCown and running backs coach Deuce Staley were also let go on Monday.
I made those decisions. Coaching is about relationships, and I respect both those coaches as people and coaches. Anything that we do, we're always trying to continue to improve our team.
Offensive coordinator Thomas Brown will again take over the play calling duties, with Jim Caldwell serving as a special advisor. Parks Frazier will remain as passing game coordinator. They're now tasked with guiding Bryce Young through the remainder of his rookie season.
It's really hard. These are, real relationships. These are people, people's lives, of course. And again, so you spend, you spend almost double-digit hours a day. At times, just in the building, and day after day after day, so much time is spent, and obviously you build a strong bond and a strong relationship over that time, and like you said, it's hard. It's a really harsh reality of the business.
My message to everybody is let's go out and play and have some fun, play loose, not reckless, but play loose. Hey, here's my chips. I'm all in. So let's go, and I think that can be comforting to players, and he's going to play well. I just know he will.
Coach Chris Tabor now leading the Panthers into the final stretch of this season, and just ask some of the players that know him best, and they'll tell you he's the right man to bring hope to a seemingly hopeless situation.
Special teams coaches are uniquely suited to be head coaches because all special teams coaches do is resource management. Who's on the roster? Who's up, who's down, communicate with the entire team. Our team meetings and our special teams meetings have basically the same people in it, which is unique. And so I think a guy is highly capable of going from a special teams situation to a head coach, as well as you just have a natural understanding that offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special teams coordinators can all have different roles on the sidelines.
I love him as a coach. Obviously, he traded for me back when I was with the Raiders to Chicago, and giving me the opportunity to play for him for his last couple of years has been awesome. And I think he's bringing a lot of love, a lot of patience, a lot of energy to the team. And we're excited. He's keeping football fun, and I'm having a great time playing for him. So
how he interacts with us, how he ties everything in. He's loose, but still a professional. He's not uptight. We know what we have to do when we come in, and he's more so authoritative about what we're going to do, how we're going to get it done, and then he makes it a little bit of jokes here and there to keep you engaged. So he's just a good guy to tie in everybody. Just going out there and competing and not, you kind of have that, back against the wall, so you just go out there and give it all you have. And I feel like that's what these guys, including myself, will do and continue to do that over the course of the next month and a half.
Unfortunately, part of this business is a performance-based business, and so you got to respect Mr. Tepper for doing that and making the right decisions for the team. A lot of faith in Tepper, and know that he has nothing but the best interest for us in this organization and this city. So excited about the opportunity going forward. We're kind of hitting the reset button and just restarting and just starting to roll. So.
This exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers Television Network is brought to you in part by Bank of America, official bank of the Carolina Panthers.
Now, special teams coordinators usually aren't the center of attention in the NFL. That dynamic has certainly changed for Chris Tabor. The veteran football guy has played several roles in the sideline in his career, and as he tells our own Anish Shroff, he was born to coach.
Anish Shroff here with Chris Tabor, special teams coordinator turned interim head coach. Not the situation you want, I know, when you take over, but what was your sort of first message to the rest of the coaching staff in the locker room?
The message was we have a job to do, and we're all pros, and we have to handle ourselves like pros. It is a tough spot. You haven't won as many games as what you wanted to. You've had some injuries and those things, but it has to be next man up. And I expect you just to do your job at the highest level, and it's my job to help you achieve that. And if we can work on that together, then we give ourselves a chance to put ourselves in position to win.
When you go back to last year being in this position, what did you feel changed that allowed the Panthers to get on a bit of a run?
It's hard to say because I think when you comment on things like that, I think you're maybe saying negative things about what happened previously, and I never like going there. I just think you don't want to call it luck, but I think you finally see your preparation and your work, and it all kind of comes together, and then you start making some plays, and then in this game, it's about confidence. And then guys begin to get more confident, and all of a sudden you get on a roll. So hopefully we can just kind of continue to work on our process and keep working to get better, because that's what we're supposed to do. And then maybe we can turn the tide.
I know you were the special teams coordinator. People may not know you were once a quarterback too. Tell us about playing quarterback with St. Benedictine College.
Benedictine College in Atchison, Kansas. It's home of Amelia Earhart, actually, right there on the Missouri River. But I grew up as a coach's kid. My dad was a longtime high school football coach in the state of Missouri, and God rest his soul, he's in the Missouri High School Hall of Fame, and really my idol. He actually coached Mike Rucker. In high school, yep, and I've known Mike since he was little, and obviously turned out to be a great player and more importantly a great person. But I just always wanted to be my dad, and that's really what I strive to be. And I hope he's looking down from heaven right now and smiling. But I had the opportunity to play quarterback at Benedictine College, and it was a small school that had a lot of success, and I played for a great legendary Hall of Fame coach and Larry Wilcox, who just retired a couple years ago. But I knew I wanted to get into coaching, and that place allowed me, I had an opportunity to play and have some success, and had made great friends. My wife went to school there and everything. So it was a great place and neat deal.
You mentioned your dad being that first coaching influence. What are a few things you took away from him that have helped you as a coach?
Oh, simple. The one that resonates with me is being on the front porch on a summer day, kind of hanging out, and one of his former players who had graduated, may have been in college or is a grown man now, stops. They say, "Hey, where's Coach? I want to see Coach." And as a kid, I said, boy, my dad really influenced somebody. So I saw my dad make relationships with people.
Forever a coach.
Forever a coach, yeah, that's exactly right. And that's what I took from it. I love football, I do, but I love the relationships that you build with the players, because really at the end of the day, if I see a player 20 years down the road, we're not going to talk about a game. We're going to talk about those moments in the meeting room, in the cafeteria, those type of things that brought us together. And to me, that's what's neat about coaching.
This isn't your first head coaching opportunity either. I know people talk about the one-game stint with Chicago, but tell me about Culver Stockton.
Culver Stockton, so I was coaching at the University of Missouri before that, and our staff got let go. And so I decided, I've always wanted to be a head coach, and this opportunity came, small school, and they hadn't won in 20 years. And we went and turned it around in the first year. And to this day, I will probably always say, one of the greatest learning moments I'd ever had. And those kids that played for me.
What did you learn?
I learned how to be a better coach, how to handle people better. I was a young coach, probably full of fire and brimstone, and trying to, you see some coaches that yell and they think that's coaching. That's not coaching. I learned how to be a better communicator there. And those kids, boy, they played their tail off, and they were a fun group to be around, and it's fun, going back to what we're talking about, it's fun to hear from those guys.
As you kind of look at what these next 6 games represent in terms of an opportunity for you and for the players on the field, what is your message to a locker room that needs to find just some victory somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think the message is this. It's simple. We're going to stay together. We're going to have some fun, but we're going to do it the right way, and that'll set us up to have success. And I think we're only going to be with each other. You never know. Players go, coaches go, but this is our one time together, and let's not lose sight of that, and let's support each other, and let's go.
Chris Tabor, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Closed captioning for the Panthers Television Network is provided by Charlotte Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, helping you enjoy the sights and sounds of the NFL all season long.
All right, it's time for TD's Film Room, and as you can see, we do not have Thomas Davis with us. Instead, we have Panthers legend Al Wallace joining us, and Al, we are looking at Tampa Bay this weekend, specifically on the defensive side of things. You're a big fan of Derek Brown for a good reason.
I'm a huge fan, and if you're going to let me kind of get this board here, I'm going to talk D-line, I'm going to talk defense, and no one's playing better defensive tackle right now on this team than Derek Brown. Let's take a couple shots here at Derek Brown, take a look at what he's doing. We're going to just pause it right there. Okay, this is a gap defense. You look at how this team is set up. You have a gap here, you got a gap here. Here's your backside defensive end squeezing this down. Brian Burns over the top. That running area is right in there. That's where Derek Brown has to stop this play. And you look at the big man, hands, hips, body placement. He is just shutting that offensive guard down. We'll let this play right here. There's 2 ways to take care of your gap, right? You can put the man in the gap, or you can put your body in your gap. Derek Brown does both. He helps everybody out. 330 pounds, Derek Brown cannot be stopped. This guy is playing at an all-pro level.
He's probably taking away 3 people right there, because Derrick Henry counts as 2, right?
He definitely counts as 2. I've never played against a player that big. He's as big as I am at defensive end. Let's take another shot here, because this defensive line right here has a huge opportunity against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They want to throw the ball. Baker Mayfield's playing better football right here with Mike Evans in this offense. Let's just stop it right here. All right, a passing situation. What I'm looking for as a defensive end, when I break down film, I'm going to look at hands, right? Tristan Wirfs right here, a good offensive tackle, move from right tackle to left tackle now, but we're going to also look over here at the hands of the offensive lineman. I go into film study. I want to see what I can do to beat these guys, Carla, to get around the edge, see if I can create a short corner. Let's take a look at this pass rush right here on Baker Mayfield. At the point of attack, these 2 offensive linemen and how their hands, where they end up, boom. You're going to see right here late hands by Tristan Wirfs, and you're going to see early hands on the other side. This defensive end, if you can get these hands out, if you can knock them down, you can turn that corner. Baker Mayfield, we know Baker, he's been here in this system, a little bit of pressure in his face. He has a propensity to throw the ball away to the other team, and that's what we're going to have to do here for the Carolina Panthers. So we'll take this back just a little bit more, take a look at Wirfs and see those hands come out just a little bit late. We'll try to, boom, right there. That's what I need to see. Hands back. Show me those hands so I can go in there and do work. I think the Carolina Panthers have a great opportunity here this week to attack this offensive line, do some damage, create some turnovers, and get the ball back for Bryce Young in this offense. Derek Brown, Brian Burns on the defensive end, those are your two stars. Carla, I look for them to do work this week in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity for this defense. Let's hopefully we can see some sacks against Baker Mayfield this weekend. Al, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What does the sporting venue of the future look like? Recently, the Carolina Panthers and our friends at Train Technologies hosted groups of students competing to design new high school stadiums that are both functional and pleasing to the eye. The top designs earned a grant for STEM education at their school to help turn more bright ideas into real-life solutions. It's this week's Coke Community Spotlight.
Today we are celebrating the spirit of innovation and sustainability among young people in our community. It's so important that young people see and feel invited to participate in solving challenges that exist in our world. And by introducing them to this Stadium of the Future Challenge, it's a really great hands-on way of having them participate in defining what solutions for tomorrow look like.
I think it's just been impressive to see them use renewable resources, sustainable resources, use aspects of the community to bring into the stadium. There's not just the physical building, there's much more thought that has gone into these projects, and these kids are very bright. Can't wait to see future architects that come out of this and build future NFL stadiums.
From what I saw for the first quarter here in our fall semester at Olympic High School, I saw maximum engagement, teamwork, collaboration, problem solving, multiple classes coming in every single day, doing the best they possibly can. And this opportunity allowed that to happen.
So this is my third year doing this, but sometimes when I look at the projects, I wonder, what was I doing in high school? Because I was doing nothing like what these kids are doing. It's just wildly impressive, and it's evident that there are lots of diverse minds at work in each one of the projects. They really apply a lot of diverse thinking.
The Panthers hoped a grand old showing in Music City would cure their blues. Instead, they walked the line into Week 13 with double-digit losses and made some major changes as a result. We look back at a pivotal game against the Titans in this week's Bojangles Rewind.
Smoky gray Sunday afternoon. 3-7 Titans, 1-9 Panthers. Fake to Henry, floats it downfield, caught by Okonkwo. Henry again, tunneling forward, and he's into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
It's an opportunity for us to take a step forward and go make a play on third down.
Four-man pressure, Young in the pocket, steps up, trying to avoid the pursuit, stays on his feet, he's got midfield, and dives across the 45 for a first down.
Okay, right.
4th and 3, Panthers will go for it. Bryce Young, pump fakes, throws over the middle in traffic. Sullivan diving for it, brought it in inside the 25-yard line. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Panthers, Carolina trails Tennessee 7-3. This Carolina defense has kept the Panthers in a lot of these games.
We got to help ourselves out. We can't make our life difficult.
So 1st and 15 now. Young back to throw. Pressure from the backside. Young is hit. The ball comes out, and the Titans recover inside the Panthers 20. Levis under center. Here's the snap. Henry gets the call. Left side, breaks a tackle. 10-5, touchdown Tennessee. 17-3, Tennessee at the break. Young under pressure, rolling to his right. Turns the corner, gets the first down. Has time in the pocket, checks down. Hubbard at the 45. He's got the 30. A huge gain. 4th and 2 from the 5-yard line. Panthers need this. Hubbard is the running back. Young is in the gun. Here's the snap. Give to Chuba. Straight ahead. Chuba barging for the end zone. Touchdown Panthers.
That's you guys up front all drive. Way to step up. Play after play. Way to step up.
Jackson and Woods providing bracket coverage. They try to set up the screen. It's tipped into the air by Burns and incomplete. Brian Burns read it, tipped it in the air. quick throw, almost picked off by Deion Jones. That is a huge stop by this Panther defense. The offense gets another shot and potentially tie the game. Young sets up in the pocket, can't avoid the rush. Simmons engulfs him back at the 15-yard line for a loss of 11. Offensively, we've got to figure out a way just to do a little more, and if we can't do a little more, not to beat ourselves. Shotgun snap, four-man stunt. Danico Autry gets the sack.
You got to imagine we're going for it here on 4th down.
Shotgun snap, here comes the pressure, screen pass Chark. Can he get there? No. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Titans take over, it's a turnover on downs. And Will Levis sets up in victory formation, takes the knee. Final horn sounds. 17-10, the Tennessee Titans take down the Carolina Panthers here in Nashville.
Now, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for you today. Thanks for watching. And if you're not in Tampa this weekend, you can see the Panthers take on the Bucs on your local CBS station Sunday at 4 p.m. Or you can listen to the game in Charlotte on 99.7 The Fox. So for Al Wallace, Coach Tabor, and the entire Huddle crew, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep pounding.
Been watching the Panthers Huddle, a copyrighted presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the NFL.